Rule 1: Stand up straight with your shoulders back. A motivational life coaching. Introduction. The simplest, most overlooked command. What if I told you that one of the most profound secrets to transforming your life, to gaining respect, feeling confident, and commanding your future, is a piece of advice your grandmother might have given you? Stand up straight. For most of us, that phrase is a relic. It's a nagging reminder from childhood, sandwiched between elbows off the table and don't slouch. We hear it, we make a half-hearted adjustment, and within minutes, we're curled back into the familiar, comfortable C-shape of modern life, over our phones, over our keyboards, over our worries. But what if stand up straight with your shoulders back isn't just about posture? What if it's not about etiquette at all? What if it is a fundamental law of power, a biological imperative for success, and a philosophical stance for a meaningful life? This rule is the first for a reason. It is the foundation. Before you can sort out your life, before you can articulate what you truly want, before you can demand respect from the world, you must first signal to yourself and to others that you are here to meet the challenge. This book is not about spine alignment. It's about life alignment. We are going to journey together through 3 powerful stages of awakening. In Part 1, Awakening Strength, we will go back in time, way back, to the ocean floor, to understand the ancient, hardwired connection between your physical posture and your position in the world. We will learn from a most unlikely teacher, the lobster. In Part 2, Reprogramming Confidence, we will move from the biological to the psychological. We will dismantle the crippling cycle of learned helplessness and show you how to rebuild your body and mind from the ground up. Confidence isn't just a feeling, it's a physical skill you can practice. Finally, in Part 3, Truth and Responsibility, we will ascend to the philosophical. Standing up straight is the physical manifestation of taking a stand. It's about choosing integrity over convenience, embracing the weight of your own existence, and discovering the incredible promise that comes from living an upright life. This is a guide to reclaiming your posture, not just as a physical act, but as a complete philosophy for resilience, strength, and integrity. It's time to stop folding in on yourself. It's time to occupy the space you were meant to fill. Let's begin. Part 1. Awakening Strength. Chapter 1. The Lesson from the Lobster. Let's start with a creature that seems to have nothing to do with you, your career, your relationships, or your dreams: the lobster. A lobster is a simple, ancient animal. It has a primitive nervous system, a rudimentary brain, and it's been crawling around the ocean floor for hundreds of millions of years. It doesn't have a self-help book. It doesn't have a life coach. And yet, the lobster has mastered a social and psychological dynamic that cripples most human beings. It all comes down to a single chemical in its brain: serotonin. You've probably heard of serotonin. It's our feel-good neurotransmitter, associated with mood, well-being, and happiness. For the lobster, it's the chemical of victory. When 2 lobsters fight over a mate, a shelter, or a prime piece of ocean real estate, one will inevitably win and one will lose. The winner's brain floods with serotonin. This serotonin doesn't just make the lobster feel good, it changes its entire physiology. The lobster literally stands taller. Its posture becomes more expansive, more dominant. It stretches out, claws up, ready to take on the world. It looks the part of a winner because its chemistry makes it a winner. The loser, the defeated lobster, experiences a drop in serotonin and a rise in another neurochemical called octopamine. This cocktail of defeat makes the lobster curl up, slouch, and become risk-averse. It shrinks, physically and behaviorally. It looks like a loser because its chemistry has defined it as a loser. Here's the crucial part. The next time these 2 lobsters meet, they don't need to fight again. Their postures tell the whole story. The upright lobster broadcasts an aura of invincibility. The slouching lobster signals submission. The outcome is predetermined. You are not a lobster. You have a complex cerebral cortex capable of reason, self-awareness, and overriding your basest impulses. But you share this ancient, biological wiring. You have the same serotonin system. How does this play out in your life? Think about the last time you failed at something important, a project that went poorly, a difficult conversation that blew up in your face, a rejection. How did you carry yourself afterward? Did you walk with your head high and your chest out? Or did you slump your shoulders, stare at the ground, and make yourself small? That physical response isn't just a reaction, it's a reinforcement. Your slouching posture tells your brain, the world is a threatening place. I am defeated. I am small. Your brain, listening intently to your body, responds by dialing down your confidence chemistry. You feel more anxious, more depressed, less capable of handling the next challenge. You enter a negative feedback loop of defeat. But the beautiful, empowering flip side is also true. When you consciously choose to stand up straight, with your shoulders back and your chest open, you are hijacking this ancient circuit. You are sending a powerful, preemptive signal to your own brain. I am a winner. I am capable. I am ready to meet what comes. Your brain responds. It starts to release a bit more serotonin. Your mood lifts slightly. Your perception of the world shifts from threatening to challenging. You feel a little more capable, a little more resilient. This starts a positive feedback loop of confidence. The lobster's lesson is this: your posture is not just a reflection of your state of mind, it is a driver of it. You can change your chemistry by changing your carriage. You can tell your brain a new story about who you are, starting with the most fundamental language you possess, the language of your body. Chapter 2. Breaking the Cycle of Learned Defeat. Many of us are living like defeated lobsters. But we didn't get here from one lost fight. We got here through a slow, insidious process called learned helplessness. Learned helplessness is a psychological phenomenon where a person, after experiencing repeated failures or traumas they cannot control, learns to believe that they are helpless. They stop trying to change their circumstances, even when opportunities to do so arise. They have learned that their actions don't matter. Think of a dog in a cage receiving random, inescapable electric shocks. At first, it frantically tries to escape. But after failing again and again, it gives up. Later, even when the cage door is opened, the dog won't leave. It just lies down and whimpers, accepting the pain. It has learned to be helpless. Now, translate this to the human experience. Maybe it was a childhood where you were constantly criticized, and you learned that speaking up only led to punishment. So, you stopped speaking up. Your shoulders began to round forward, protecting your heart. Maybe it was a series of professional rejections that made you feel like you just weren't cut out for success. So, you stopped aiming high. You started taking the back seat in meetings, literally and figuratively. Maybe it was a relationship where your needs were constantly dismissed, teaching you that your feelings were invalid. So, you started to make yourself smaller, to avoid conflict. Each of these experiences is a shock. And over time, without even realizing it, you have adopted the posture of defeat. You walk through life with an invisible weight on your shoulders, your gaze downcast, your body closed off. You have physically embodied your helplessness. This is the cycle we must break. 1. Internal defeat. You experience failure or trauma. 2. Negative story. You tell yourself, I'm not good enough. I can't handle this. 3. Physical collapse. Your body responds by slouching, shrinking, and closing off. 4. Chemical reinforcement. Your slumped posture tells your brain to release less serotonin, making you feel more anxious and less confident. 5. External perception. The world sees a defeated person and responds accordingly, overlooking you, not taking you seriously, which leads to 6. Reinforced defeat. More evidence for your "I'm not good enough" story. The cycle is a prison. But the key to the prison is in your own hands. You cannot always control step 1. Life will hand you defeats. But you can absolutely control steps 2, 3, and 4. Breaking the cycle begins with a conscious, physical rebellion. It starts with refusing to let your past defeats dictate your present posture. When you feel that urge to slump, to hide, to make yourself small, that is the moment of choice. That is your fork in the road. Choosing to pull your shoulders back and lift your chin is not just good posture. It is a revolutionary act against the part of you that has given up. It is you telling the ghost of every past failure, no more. This body is mine, and I command it to stand tall. You are not erasing the past. You are refusing to let it architect your future. Chapter 3. Resilience is physical first. We often think of resilience as a mental quality. It's grit, determination, a strong will. And it is. But what we fail to understand is that mental resilience is built on a foundation of physical resilience. Your mind and body are not two separate entities, they are one deeply interconnected system. You cannot think your way into being resilient if your body is constantly broadcasting signals of weakness and fatigue. Think of a soldier. Before they are ever handed a weapon or taught strategy, they are put through brutal physical training. They run. They do push-ups. They learn to stand at attention for hours. Why? Because a tired, slouching soldier is a vulnerable soldier. A soldier who stands with a straight back, chest out, and eyes forward is a formidable presence, even before they've fired a shot. The military knows that you build an indomitable spirit by first forging an upright and capable body. Now, apply this to your own battles: the battle against procrastination, the battle against social anxiety, the battle for your career, the battle for your own self-worth. If you spend your day slumped in a chair, your chest collapsed, your breathing shallow, you are creating the physical conditions for mental collapse. Shallow breathing activates the sympathetic nervous system, the fight-or-flight response, keeping you in a low-grade state of anxiety. A collapsed posture tells your brain you are under threat. So, when a challenge arises, your system is already primed for defeat. Resilience is physical first. It begins with the foundational elements of your existence. Posture. This is your structural integrity. A straight spine is a load-bearing column. It allows you to carry the weight of your life without buckling. Breath. This is your energy and your calm. Deep, diaphragmatic breaths oxygenate your brain, calm your nerves, and signal safety to your entire system. Movement. This is your vitality. A body that moves with purpose and strength builds a mind that does the same. Before you try to think yourself into confidence, you must embody confidence. The next time you feel overwhelmed, don't start by trying to solve the problem in your head. Start with your body. 1. Stop. Whatever you are doing, pause. 2. Breathe. Take a deep, slow breath in through your nose, filling your lungs completely. Feel your diaphragm expand. Hold it for a moment. Then exhale slowly through your mouth, releasing all the tension. 3. Stand. If you're sitting, stand up. Plant your feet firmly on the ground, hip-width apart. Feel your connection to the earth. 4. Align. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Imagine a string pulling the crown of your head toward the ceiling, elongating your spine. Lift your chest. Look straight ahead. You have just changed your state. You have moved from a position of reactivity to a position of command. From this upright, open posture, your problems haven't magically disappeared, but your capacity to handle them has just increased exponentially. You have become, physically, more resilient. And from that physical foundation, mental and emotional resilience can now grow. Part 2. Reprogramming Confidence. Chapter 4. The Body-Mind Feedback Loop. We've established that your body tells your brain a story. Now, it's time to become the author of that story. To do that, we need to understand and master the body-mind feedback loop. This loop is a constant, real-time conversation. Every thought you think has a physical component. Every physical posture you hold has a psychological consequence. Negative loop, the vicious cycle. Anxious thought to slumped posture. Shallow breath to brain releases stress chemicals to feeling of fear, anxiety to reinforces anxious thought. Positive loop, the virtuous cycle. Confident thought to upright posture. Deep breath to brain releases serotonin, endorphins to feeling of confidence, capability to reinforces confident thought. Most people are stuck in the negative loop without realizing it. They wait to feel confident before they act confident. They think, I'll stand up straight when I get that promotion, when I lose weight, when I feel better about myself. This is backwards. Confidence is the result, not the prerequisite. You must act confident first. You must use your body to initiate the virtuous cycle. This is the principle behind, fake it till you make it. But it's not about being inauthentic. It's about being proactive. It's about using the lever you have direct control over, your body, to influence the thing you have less direct control over, your mind and emotions. Practical exercises to reprogram the loop. 1. The power pose even for a minute before your next important phone call, meeting, or difficult conversation. Find a private space for 2 minutes. Stand like a superhero. Feet wide, hands on hips, chest out, chin up. Breathe deeply. It might feel silly, but the science is clear. This significantly alters your body chemistry, reducing cortisol, the stress hormone, and increasing testosterone, the dominance hormone. You are literally biohacking your confidence. 2. The walk of a leader. Pay attention to how you walk from your car to the office or down the grocery aisle. Are you shuffling, head down, hands in pockets? Change it. Pick up the pace slightly. Swing your arms naturally. Keep your head level and your eyes looking forward, not at your feet. This walk of a leader tells your brain you have a destination and the confidence to get there. 3. The vocal reset. Your posture directly affects your voice. A slouched posture compresses your diaphragm and lungs, leading to a weaker, higher-pitched, less authoritative voice. Stand up straight, pull your shoulders back, and take a deep breath. Now speak. You will find your voice has more resonance, more power, and more calm. Practice this. A confident voice reinforces a confident self-image. You are not waiting for confidence to arrive. You are building it, from the ground up, with every step you take, every pose you hold, and every breath you draw into your expanded chest. Chapter 5. The Architecture of Presence. What is presence? It's that magnetic, hard-to-define quality that some people have. When they walk into a room, you feel it. They aren't necessarily the loudest or the most talkative, but they command respect simply by how they occupy space. They are fully, undeniably there. Presence is not magic. It is architecture. It is the physical structure of your being, and you are the architect. A person with no presence is like a poorly built house. The walls are slouched, the roof is caved in, the windows are shuttered. It looks unstable, unwelcoming, and weak. A person with powerful presence is like a majestic building. The foundation is solid, the pillars are straight and strong, the doors are open. It inspires awe and respect. It invites you in. Your architecture of presence is built on 3 main pillars. 1. The foundation. Your stance. Your feet are your literal connection to the ground. A weak, shuffling stance makes you look uncertain and ready to flee. A strong, grounded stance, feet about hip-width apart, weight evenly distributed, makes you look stable, immovable, and centered. Practice standing like a mountain. Feel your roots going deep into the earth. No one can knock over a mountain. 2. The pillars. Your posture. Your spine is the central pillar of your entire structure. When it's straight, you can bear immense load. When it's curved, the slightest pressure can make you collapse. A straight spine allows your organs to function properly, your breath to flow deeply, and your energy to circulate. It is the mark of a load-bearing individual. Keep your spine elongated, your chest lifted, your shoulders resting comfortably back and down. You are not a marionette with slumped strings. You are a redwood tree, reaching for the sky. 3. The open door. Your gestures. A person who is closed off, arms crossed, body turned away, is broadcasting, stay away. A person who is open, arms at their sides are using expressive gestures, torso facing the person they're speaking to, is broadcasting, I am engaged and available. Keep your door open. Uncross your arms. Show your palms. This is a primal signal of non-aggression and confidence. You have nothing to hide behind. When you walk into a room, you are not just a person. You are a walking, talking piece of architecture. What do you want to project? Instability and neglect, or strength, stability, and welcome? Build your presence deliberately. Start with your foundation. Strengthen your pillars. Open your doors. The world will respond to the structure you present. Chapter 6. The Wardrobe of the Upright. Your posture is your foundational garment. It is the first and most important thing you wear every single day. But the clothes you put on top of that foundation matter, too. They are the external reinforcement of your internal state. Think about how you feel when you dress in old, baggy sweatpants and a stained t-shirt. You feel sloppy, lazy, and unimportant. Your posture often reflects this. You slump, you shuffle, you make yourself comfortable in your insignificance. Now, think about how you feel when you dress for an important event. You put on a well-fitted suit, a sharp dress, or an outfit that makes you feel powerful. Automatically, your posture changes. You stand taller. You pull your shoulders back. You move with more intention. The clothing acts as a costume that cues the character. You should not save this feeling for special occasions. You need to bring this principle into your daily life. This isn't about spending a fortune on designer labels. It's about intention and fit. Intention. Dress for the person you are working to become, not the person you feel like today. If you want to be a leader, dress with the cleanliness, order, and authority of a leader. If you want to be a creative professional, dress with the unique, put-together style of a creative. Your clothes are a signal to yourself first, and to the world second. Fit. Clothes that fit you well are the single most important factor. Baggy clothes hide your form and encourage a shapeless, slouching posture. Clothes that are too tight or restrictive and make you look and feel uncomfortable. Well-tailored clothes that follow the lines of your upright body celebrate your posture. They show off the straightness of your back and the breadth of your shoulders. They are a reward for standing tall. Develop a wardrobe of the upright. Get rid of the clothes that make you feel sloppy or small. Curate a collection of items that make you feel strong, capable, and respected. When you look in the mirror and see someone who commands respect, you will instinctively begin to act like it. Your posture will align with the image. Your clothing and your posture are in a dialogue. Let them tell a consistent, powerful story of a person who respects themselves and is ready for the day. Part 3. Truth and Responsibility. Chapter 7. Standing for Something. We've talked about the biology and the psychology. Now we arrive at the philosophy. Standing up straight is not just about your spine, it's about your spinality, your backbone, your moral fiber. To stand up straight with your shoulders back is to physically manifest a profound life principle. You must stand for something, or you will fall for anything. A person with no values, no principles, no core beliefs is like a reed in the wind. They bend to every opinion, they are swayed by every trend, they collapse under the slightest social pressure. Their physical posture often mirrors this inner vacillation. They are hesitant, their movements are jerky, they cannot hold a firm stance. Conversely, a person who knows what they stand for has a deep, unshakable center. They have a set of principles that act as their internal compass. When challenges come, they don't collapse, they dig in. They have a line in the sand that they will not cross. This internal fortitude expresses itself externally as a calm, upright, and resolute presence. So, what do you stand for? This is not a trivial question. It is the central question of a meaningful life. You must answer it. Do you stand for honesty, even when it's inconvenient? Do you stand for kindness, even to those who can do nothing for you? Do you stand for excellence in your work, even when no one is looking? Do you stand for your family, your friends, your own self-respect? Your posture is the daily, physical practice of taking a stand. When you pull your shoulders back, you are rehearsing for the moments that matter. You are building the physical and moral muscle memory to stand your ground when your integrity is tested. Every time you choose to stand tall, you are making a small but significant declaration. I will not fold under pressure. I will not shrink from my responsibilities. I will not betray my own values for comfort or approval. You are literally embodying your integrity. You are aligning your physical form with your ethical core. A crooked posture cannot house a straight soul. So stand up. Stand for something. Chapter 8. The weight of your own life. There is a reason we use the word weight to describe our burdens. Responsibility feels heavy. The worries about your career, your finances, your relationships, they can feel like a physical load pressing down on you. It's no wonder so many of us walk around looking like Atlas, carrying the world on our shoulders. But there is a fundamental mistake in this posture. Atlas, in the myth, is being punished. He is trapped. He has no choice. You do. The upright posture is not a denial of life's weight. It is the correct way to carry it. Think of a weightlifter. A novice, trying to lift a heavy barbell, will often round their back. The result: a slipped disc, crippling pain, and failure. The expert lifter knows the secret. They brace their core, pull their shoulders back, lock their spine into a straight, neutral position, and then they lift. The weight is the same, but the posture allows them to bear it, to channel the force safely through their structure, and to become stronger in the process. Your life is that barbell. It is heavy. You cannot put it down. You have two choices. 1. Slouch under the weight. You can let the burdens of life crush you downward. You can let your responsibilities curve your spine and bow your head. This is the path of resentment, victimhood, and chronic pain. The weight breaks you. 2. Stand up to meet it. You can consciously choose to stand straight, to position your shoulders back and your spine tall, to engage the powerful muscles of your back and core, and to lift the weight of your existence with proper form. This is the path of strength, responsibility, and mastery. The weight builds you. When you stand up straight with your shoulders back, you are not pretending life is easy. You are demonstrating that you are strong enough to handle its difficulties. You are accepting the weight of your own life. This means accepting that your life is your responsibility. Your career, your health, your happiness, These are ultimately yours to manage. This is a terrifying realization, but it is also the source of your ultimate power. No one is coming to save you. And that's good news, because it means you get to be the hero of your own story. Stop slouching away from your burdens. Stand up. Meet them head on. Carry them with the proud, strong posture of someone who is equal to their challenges. Chapter 9. The Promise of Upright Living. What is the payoff? If you commit to this practice, to the daily, conscious effort of standing tall, physically and morally, what can you expect? This is the promise of upright living. It is not a promise of a life without problems. It is a promise of a different kind of life. 1. The promise of self-respect. The first and most important person you command respect from is yourself. Every time you choose posture over slouch, you are casting a vote for your own self-worth. You are telling yourself, I am worth occupying space. I am worth looking at. I am worth listening to. Over time, these votes add up. You begin to believe it. Self-respect is not given. It is built through 1,000 small acts of self-care, and the most fundamental of these acts is how you hold your own body. 2. The promise of a different reaction from the world. The world is a feedback system. It responds to the signals you send. When you walk, talk, and act like someone who respects themselves, the world has no choice but to mirror that back to you. You will notice people listening more intently. You will find opportunities seeming to come your way more often. Doors will be held open, both literally and figuratively. This isn't magic, it's perception. People see a capable, reliable, confident individual and they respond by offering responsibility, friendship, and trust. 3. The promise of a calmer mind. An upright posture and deep breathing are the physical antithesis of the anxiety response. You cannot be in a state of full-blown panic while your shoulders are back and you are taking slow, deep breaths. Your nervous system won't allow it. By maintaining this posture, you become the calm in the storm. The chaos of the world, and the chaos in your own mind, begins to settle. You become a center of peace, because you have built a peaceful body. 4. The promise of meaning. Ultimately, standing up straight is an act of defiance against the chaos and suffering of life. It is a declaration that, despite the pain, the confusion, and the setbacks, you are still choosing to move forward, to bear your load, and to stand for something good. This is the very essence of meaning. Meaning is not found in a life of pure pleasure and ease. It is found in the act of embracing a worthy burden. Your life, with all its weight, is that burden. And your upright posture is your acceptance of it. Conclusion. Your new default. This is not a one-time fix. It is a lifelong practice. There will be days you forget. There will be moments of stress and defeat where you find yourself curled forward once again. That's okay.